As we figure out how to deal with the flood damage and we all get a chance to get back in the field or out in the yard and do some work this spring, I wanted to talk a little bit about how we're going to handle things for the spring season going forward. Our PJ crew has joined our Red Oak team in the Red Oak facility. They're going to be dispatching out of there for this spring. All phones are rolling into there, so feel free to continue calling the phone numbers that you've always called if you're out of the PJ location. We have 27 technicians, 7 parts reps, and a whole team of support folks ready to roll. They're actually waiting for your phone calls, and we're ready to get back out in the field and get going. We're going to be operating out of 3 shops for the Pacific Junction location. We've rented a facility in Louisville, Nebraska, one in Glenwood, Iowa, and then a portion of our team is operating out of Red Oak. I can't stress enough, don't hesitate to call. We'll figure it out, we'll get you taken care of, and these guys are ready to roll. The Hamburg crew is ready and willing as well. They got moved into a shop yesterday and are set up and ready out at Courtney and Craig Athen's shop. That is 3 miles east of Hamburg on 333 and then a mile north on the Riverton Road, which is L68. Those guys are ready to go. We put a couple parts people in Clarinda and we'll be getting parts to that area twice a day. And then we're going to be doing a parts run as well that's going to run out of our Red Oak location, and it'll run twice a day over through the Council Bluffs area and then on over to Louisville, Nebraska and down to Nebraska City. And once again, that'll run twice a day, so if you have parts needs, we'll figure out how to get them to you. Speaking of parts, I wanted to talk just a little bit about some things that we're going to go ahead and move forward with. For some time, we've wanted to blow up our parts distribution system. I feel like it's an archaic way of doing business, and we're ready to try some things differently. So those of you that are used to getting things delivered from Amazon or your local grocery store or any of the other online vendors, we're going to do some things very similar to that. We're going to have a couple customer focus meetings here in the next week, and we're going to run some alternatives by them, and we want to get some feedback on what would work best from a customer perspective. And I'll even step far enough out on the limb to say this might actually bring a better solution in parts than what you've experienced before. So even though we have 2 facilities that are not going to be stocking the parts like we were able to in the past, we're going to work on some distribution systems, some courier services, and some other solutions that you probably haven't seen before. And we'd like to figure out how to make spring 2019 even more efficient than 17 or 18. With that, the last thing I would like to share is our hearts go out to the rural communities here that have been flooded. We have 5 or 6 employees that have lost their homes. We want to stay focused on taking care of people at this point, and we want to thank everybody that's reached out, offered up assistance. As we get back in these facilities in the next few weeks when the water goes down to do some cleanup, we're likely not going to be able to work out of them for the entire summer, maybe on even into fall. And we appreciate the outpouring from farmer customers that have offered up to let us work out of their shops. And I would say we're still hiring technicians. There's a lot of work to be done this spring in a short window. We just hired a couple more technicians yesterday, so we're gearing up to make sure that no matter what happens, this flood's not going to keep us down. And as farmers and people in the Midwest are good at, we're going to roll up our sleeves together. We're all in this together, and we look forward to working through this spring. Let's go out and have a little fun. The sun looks like it's going to shine this afternoon, and let's get out and enjoy it a little bit. Thank you all.